Hello, everyone. It's your girl Tay, bringing you some more animal news here at the Let's Talk Wild podcast. Today, we'll be talking about the USDA beginning their national milk testing in dairy herds for H5N1 bird flu. But before we get into that, make sure you follow and subscribe to the podcast on all podcasting and social media platforms. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, like and share the video. Turn on your post notifications so you can be notified when I go live. You can support the podcast by becoming a member or sending a donation to Venmo or PayPal. The links will be in the description box. Now, let's talk wild. On December 6, 2024, the United States Department of Agriculture's Animal and Plant Health Inspection Service announced the start of its National Milk Testing Strategy, also known as NMTS. This new federal order is another measure put in place to protect farms, farm workers, and communities from the zoonotic virus H5N1 Avian Influenza, also known as bird flu. According to the CDC, H5 bird flu is causing outbreaks in wild birds, in poultry, and other animals, and sporadic human cases. A multi-state bird flu outbreak in dairy cows was first reported on March 25th, 2024, and several recent human cases in U.S. dairy workers. Human infections with bird flu are rare, but happens when the virus gets into a person's eyes, nose, or mouth, or is inhaled. This can happen when the virus is in the air, in droplets, or in dust, and a person breathes it in, or when a person touches something that has the virus on it and they touch their mouth, eyes, or nose. The reported signs and symptoms of bird flu virus infections in humans have ranged from no symptoms or mild to severe. Signs and symptoms may include eye redness, mild flu-like upper respiratory symptoms, pneumonia requiring hospitalization. Fever may not always be present, but you can feel feverish or have a temperature of 100 degrees Fahrenheit or greater, a cough, sore throat, runny or stuffy nose, muscle or body aches, headaches, fatigue, shortness of breath, or difficulty breathing. Less common signs and symptoms include diarrhea, nausea, vomiting, or seizures. Wow, seizures? Oof. Bird flu virus infections in people cannot be diagnosed by clinical signs and symptoms alone. Laboratory testing is needed, end quote. That was according to the CDC. So if you've been in contact with birds or any animals that you suspect may have this virus, you need to go to the doctor or your healthcare facility or provider if you're having these symptoms and get tested. Now, back to the USDA's national milk testing strategy, okay? The federal order makes three new requirements. One, requires the sharing of raw milk samples upon request from any entity responsible for a dairy farm, bulk milk transporter, bulk milk transfer station, or dairy processing facility that sends or holds milk intended for pasteurization. Two, the federal order requires herd owners with positive cattle to provide epidemiological information that enables activities such as contact tracing and disease surveillance. Three, requires that private laboratories and state veterinarians report positive results to the USDA that come from tests done on raw milk samples drawn as part of the National Milk Testing Strategy. The first round of testing under the federal order and the NMTS is scheduled to begin the week of December 16, 2024, although some states are already conducting testing. This new federal order does not override the USDA's April 24 federal order, which still requires the mandatory testing of lactating dairy cows before interstate shipment and requires that all privately owned laboratories and state veterinarians report positive test results connected with those tests. The new federal order is intended to complement and enhance this existing order, okay? Now, let's get into my wild thoughts. I think this is a great thing because with all of the contaminations and recalls going on with food, we need extra layers of precautions to make sure we are protecting the animals, the farmers, farm workers, and the people. You got to try to keep things in order and have some type of control because we don't want things to get out of hand, right? Prevention is always best, and I know people are complaining about the price of eggs, but imagine what the farmers and farm workers have to deal with to try to prevent the spread of bird flu. More prevention measures may entail more money, so the price may go up. That's just the reality of things. And at this point, milk and the products that use milk may go up in price. I don't know. It's always a possibility. Do you want to spend an extra $2 on milk and eggs? Or do you want to eat milk products and eggs that come from a bird flu infected cow or hen? Or do you want no milk and eggs at all? That is the question. Leave a comment, follow, and subscribe to the podcast on all podcasting and social media platforms. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, like and share the video. Turn on your post notifications so you can be notified when I go live. You can support the podcast by becoming a member or sending a donation to Venmo or PayPal. The links will be in the description box. Now, love yourself, one another, your pets, and the animals. I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye.